You came for battle, just expect to bleed. Oh, I'm a born survivor. Don't count me out, cause what don't kill me only makes me stronger. Cause what don't kill me is only more to conquer. Makes me stronger.
It's an Eastern Conference battle at the American Airlines Arena here in Miami, Florida, as the Heat look to work the home court advantage. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Thank you, Kevin. Guys, Chicago is one of the league's biggest markets, but it still has that blue-collar culture. Longtime Bull Luol Deng exemplified that spirit. He said, if you're coming in to just show your skills, just look good, the city of Chicago is not going to accept you. They want to see you work hard night in and night out. If you do, the city will love you. Kevin?
They want grit and toughness, David. Thank you. In this game, pitting two conference rivals against one another. A little extra riding on this one. We'll see it, too.
Yeah, you'll see, because the game will get a little chippy, a little physical, and both of these teams understand they both can't get to the conference finals.
Oh, talking out there, too, huh?
Yeah,
were you a talker?
Big talker. Were you? Yes, I loved it.
Plus, you're in broadcasting. I see the connection. I finally have figured it out. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Rajon Rondo is out there with Dwayne Wade. Then it's Taj Gibson. Then there's Robin Lopez. And it's Butler in at the 3. And so it's the Heat hitting on the board first. Rondo kicks to Lopez. Wants to get it to Butler and does. Back to Lopez. Shot clock at 6.
That's great court vision by Jimmy Butler. Really seeing the court well.
Bosh kicks to Winslow. The dish to Whiteside. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
On the defensive end, you have to fight through screen. That is a commitment.
Now here's Rondo. No good that time. Rockets with some nice D. Winslow kicks to Bosh.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. 2. He's off on the first. And with Chicago and the Bulls, it seems that no matter what the current team does, they'll always be playing in the shadow of his airness, Michael Jordan.
Tough act to follow when you talk about the Michael Jordan Chicago Bulls. Every great player that Bulls have, they get compared to Michael Jordan. That's just not fair.
That's off as well, so he misses both.
I can't believe he missed those shots. Wow, he is usually lights out from there.
And it's Gibson finishing it off.
What power from Taj Gibson. He really likes sending a message to the defense with his dunks.
Bosh, the screen. Dragic, the pass to Whiteside. Back to Dragic. And Rondo sends it back. And the basket by Wade.
Yeah, 3 for 4 now. I like the pace for them on offense.
Outside Dragic. He dishes it to Winslow. Launches it. Hits the three-point bomb. Winslow's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
Lopez a screen. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
You know, depending on the game situation, that kind of mistake can be deadly. Come on, you got to have awareness on the court.
He'd have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Outside Bosch. Dragic left side. Knocked away. And now it's Rondo running all the way. Here he goes. Drops in the breakaway layup.
Now hitting 80% coming out of the gate. Love the start for this offense.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Bosch, the screen. Here's Waiters. Sweet little floater.
Beautiful looking teardrop. That's a shot that almost impossible to block.
Bulls have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. And here's Rondo.
Get through.
Lopez outside. Now the feed to Wade. Lets it go from 11. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Wade's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And Dwayne Wade will do work on you from the mid-range if you let him.
Right side a screen. Out left to the wing. Haters on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. There's Dragic with the 3. Great D that time from Rondo. Down low, here's Lopez. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Waiters dishes to Bosch. Second shot opportunity. And here's Rondo. The teardrop falls in.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Bosch, the screen. Dragic kicks to Waiters. Off the pick. Rebound by the Bulls. Wade passes to Lopez. And the shot goes in. Lopez has got 6.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Bosch kicks to Dragic. Back to Bosch. Heat moving the ball around. Dragic with it. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And Bosch gets it to go on the assist by Dragic.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Rondo. Now Wade. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. 6 points for him.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Right side a screen. Winslow kicks to Bosch. Unloads from 13. And he hits the jump shot. It didn't take long for Coach Hoiberg to have his first taste of what it's like to be an NBA coach. Jimmy Butler famously said he wanted Hoiberg to coach the Bulls a lot harder during their struggles.
Well, they were used to being coached hard. I think for Hoiberg, he has to be himself. A coach has to have the players buy into their system. And you know what? Winning helps and losing doesn't.
Now Gibson, after the missed 3 from Goran Dragic. Gibson. And that one is off. Nice D from Bosch. Now here's Waiters. Feeds it to Dragic. Passes it to Bosch. The jump hook. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Dragic has got his 4th assist in this one. And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Steve, now that it's all said and done, when you look back in your career, do you have one of those single moments that stand out as your favorite?
Yeah, I think my favorite for me is probably on draft night. But then I think the moment that he retired. So everything in between, and the good and the bad. A lot of people point to the championships and All-Star and the gold medals. But I think the relationships, the ups and downs, the injuries, just everything, it shapes you as a young man.
One of the, going with the saying that the journey is the reward.
It's totally right. I mean, that journey, a lot of people don't get a chance to have that journey. So you want to appreciate even the things that didn't go so well.
Great perspective. And it's going to be a 3-second call. A different look for Miami. Williams comes in for Winslow. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Goran Dragic. Then for the Bulls, McDermott's checked in for Jimmy Butler. Valentine comes in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Grant in for Rajon Rondo. Now, here's Grant. Down low, here's McDermott. Cans the 12-footer. McDermott's got his first points in this one.
McDermott makes shooting look so easy. It's like second nature to him.
Johnson kicks to Whiteside. Johnson the screen. Whiteside, this is to Richardson. A shot off that time. And the Bulls going the other way now. Here's Valentine. And the pass to Lopez. For the three. The shot by Valentine, no good. The Heat trail by 7. The wide open look here for Bosch. They get the rebound. Whiteside, good. Whiteside's got 6.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
And you can see one team is working hard on the glass and the other not.
Now here's Valentine. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Johnson, a wide open look. Here is the open 3 to cap the break. Now just a 2-point Chicago lead.
Well, if you like offense, that's what you're getting here early on.
I love offense, and I don't know how long they can keep it up, but a great start.
McDermott with it. He's guarded by Williams. Here's Grant. And again, no good by Chicago. Miami's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from 3-point range so far in the first. Williams can't get it to go. And here's McDermott. Pass to Lopez. To the middle. Here's Grant. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Chicago shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. The free throw drops for Grant. And Miami making a change here. Johnson's checked in. And Grant drops them both. The Heat trail by 4. Johnson kicks to Bosch. Lopez with the steal. Inside, Mirotic, and finished off by Mirotic.
Mirotic is looking to throw it down when he's near the rim. He can get up quickly.
McDermott with the steal. Grant outside. Baseline J on the way. Jump shot is good that time. And the Bulls lead by 8.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
Kept alive.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
Bosch kicks to Richardson. Dishes to Johnson. Bosch, the screen. Johnson, the pass to Bosch. Good ball movement here by Miami. On the wing, Williams. 5 on the clock. That's good, and Johnson with the assist. Williams has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Valentine with it. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Lopez a screen. McDermott dishes to Grant. From beyond the arc. Rebound by Williams.
It has not been an easy quarter for him offensively, but I like that he's staying aggressive.
It's Richardson on the wing. Right side Bosch. And another basket for Miami.
He's got the touch early. Coach, keep feeding him.
Pass to Valentine. Kicks it to Lopez. And it's Grant in the corner. Drills it from outside. Grant's got 7. The Heat trail by 6. Now Johnson. Bosch kicks to Williams, and it's in there.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
The dish to Mirotic. There's 37 seconds left to play in the first. McDermott, no one around him. The shot comes out. The Heat go the other way with it. Richardson the pass to Bosch. Back to Richardson. Johnson outside. 6 to shoot. Bosch against Lopez. Faded away to create the space. Now just a 2-point Bulls lead.
Incredible fadeaway shot there. The defense was all over him, but he still rose up and nailed that one.
Good if it goes. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing it up, and even before we look at the replay, I'm pretty sure he got that off in time.
And they've overturned the call. The replay was conclusive, and that one's going to count.
And Kevin, an example of why it's good to have replay. I don't know what kind of impact it'll have on the final result, but you always want them to get
And a guy who seems to improve every season, Jimmy Butler. He spoke with us about one of his biggest surprises.
It's crazy because I never thought that.
And hard to doubt the dedication of Jimmy Butler. He's found a way to overcome obstacles at each important point along the way.
You know, he's a self-made player, and if Butler can stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Bulls?
I just think that from an intensity standpoint, their defense has really been the key. It's been the catalyst as they've been able to disrupt their opponent's offense.
They've been all over them. They are making things extremely difficult for their opponents so far.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for Chicago right now, Mirotic and Gibson up front. Rajon Rondo is out there with Dwayne Wade. And it's Butler in at the 3 slot. Rondo kicks to Wade. And it's blocked by Whiteside. Butler against Winslow. Now here's Whiteside. Not a lot of room. Free throw line jump shot. Whiteside missing again.
You love the closeout on that possession.
I love it because you don't give up on the play. Just that little contest bothered his shot.
Deflects the pass. Stolen by Winslow. In transition, here comes Miami. Here's Johnson. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
When he's that close inside and the defender is giving up that much height, it's over.
James Johnson, a journeyman forward, a product of Wake Forest, as we know, Smitty, and wherever he has landed, he has found a way to crack the rotation and get solid minutes.
Yes, James Johnson is a perfect guy to round out your roster. Reason why he can play either forward position with ease. He is comfortable and productive both as a starter or coming off the bench.
Rondo kicks to Gibson. Butler against Winslow. Butler dishes to Rondo. 6 on the shot clock. Gibson the screen. Rondo with a clean look, and it's Dragic with the rebound.
Really bad mental lapse by the defense, yet he did not make them pay, surprisingly.
Down low, here's Whiteside, and so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2. We've seen so many former players who are now coaches in the NBA, and players that, Steve, you played against. Do you ever think that they'd be coaches when you faced off against them as you were playing them?
Yeah, some of those guys, for sure, like a Jason Kidd, I say he's going to make a great coach one day. You just knew it was in his blood. Now you get a chance to see Steve Kerr, T. Lue, Tyronn Lue's one of those guys. He's going to make a good coach, and they're doing it right now and having a lot of success.
Kevin McHale, to me, was the thinking man's player, was a terrific coach. He did both, but he lost the job at Houston, which shocked so many people.
I thought he did a fantastic job. And one thing you love about Kevin McHale, he also was a general manager, then got a chance to come to the coaching role. He just has a basketball mind. He loves the game.
And it's tied up with that one. For Chicago, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Rondo kicks to Mirotic. Launches a 3. He can't get that one to fall. And it's Miami the other way. Ellington the pass to Dragic. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Here's Whiteside. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. Butler on the wing. He's guarded by Waiters. Gibson the screen. Rondo kicks to Wade. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession. Miami's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we know Jimmy Butler made a big bet on himself back in 2014. He turned down the Bulls' 4-year, $44 million contract extension offer, and it paid off. After a breakthrough season, he signed a new contract, a max deal for 5 years and $95 million. He said of his decision, "I was nervous, I'm not going to lie to you, but everything I put myself through, I knew what I was capable of."
He's come a long way, David. Thank you. And there's the feed to Waiters. With the floater, and they pick up 2. Waiters got it all tied up now for the Heat. The Bulls have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
That's the muscle Gibson has, just concentrating on his shot despite the D roughing him up.
Bulls making a switch here. Snell's checked in. Bulls shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Rondo against Dragic. Waiters up top. Rebounded by Snell. The Bulls leading by 3. Outside Rondo. He feeds it to Wade. Just 5 to shoot. And there's the foul. It goes on Taj Gibson. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Heat have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. From 13, Whiteside, no good.
Obviously, this has been a tough quarter for him, but he's still trying to keep a positive mindset.
The Heat trail by 3. Stolen. Here's Snell. He's guarded by Waiters. Gibson dishes to Mirotic. He kicks to Snell. Feeds to Gibson. 14 feet away. Good work there as it goes. Gibson's got 5 points now this quarter.
Taj is a high percentage mid-range shooter. Has such a nice stroke from there.
Wade on the wing. Ellington defending. Wade kicks to Gibson. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Here's Mirotic. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. They get Hassan Whiteside.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
If you aren't going to at least step in front of him, you can't be surprised when he throws it down like that. Nikola Mirotic is one of those guys you wait and wait for just to break out. He's a stretch four that can really knock down a lot of threes. He can be dangerous. We just wait for him to have that breakout season.
Pass to Waiters. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shot to stop the run, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. Waiters got 6. The Bulls leading by 6. And with Mirotic, the potential is definitely there, Steve. He has a great shot and looked a lot more comfortable, I thought, in the games he started.
You know, the reason why is because the attention is not on him. When you're playing with the starters, you're like the forgotten guy. So he can sneak in, trail, and knock down threes.
Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Mirotic. Outside Dragic. He dishes it to Whiteside. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Gibson's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Wade against Winslow. Back to Rondo. Here's Snell. Outside Rondo. Goes up on the wing. Rebound by the Heat. Whiteside's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Now here's Ellington. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And so many players in the NBA, Smitty, are passionate about giving back to their communities, lending a helping hand to that next person to help them reach their dreams. And I know it's a cause that's close to your heart. So why is this so important to players like yourself?
Well, it's so important, Kevin, because I think in all walks of life, there's somebody that's helped you. And I had the opportunity to get a chance to help others. And I learned this from my parents, especially my mom. She was the foundation of our family and the community.
And I know one of the big contributions you made is back to your university up in East Lansing, Michigan State, with a huge donation that they are very thankful for.
Yeah, just the synergy I had with Michigan State, also my high school, being able to give back, and especially providing a scholarship for kids to get a chance to have a scholarship to attend Michigan State University.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Grant outside. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
All the officials are all over that one.
The Bulls have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. The first one falls. And Grant drops them both.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Richardson the pass to Williams. Williams sets a screen for Johnson. And again, it's the Heat missing. The Bulls leading by 9. Snell kicks to Grant. To the paint. Here's Lopez. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
When Lopez starts going to work on you, sometimes fouling is your only option.
Bulls have been perfect so far from the free throw line. 6 for 6. And the second free throw, good. Miami's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Johnson kicks to Bosh. Johnson dishes to Williams. There's the pass to Whiteside. 11 feet away, and yes, it's good. Whiteside's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, he's given himself a chance. 6 shots he's gotten up this quarter, but only able to convert on 1 of them.
Inside, and stolen by Whiteside. Over in the corner, Williams. The Heat rebound. A second chance effort. Nice spin off the left rim and in. That's 12 points for Chris Bosh.
He is thinking one step ahead there. As soon as the shot goes up, he's getting in position to grab the offensive board.
Grant kicks to Lopez. Grant the pass to Lopez. Bucket is good. Lopez has got 11 points.
Lopez knows his length is an asset to him on the offensive end, and he used it right there.
Johnson the screen. Bosh dishes to Richardson. Back to Bosh. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 14.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Lopez left side. To the middle. Here's McDermott. And finished off by McDermott.
Great look there from Robin Lopez. Rare to see a big man with that kind of playmaking ability.
Here's Williams. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here.
That's his first personal foul.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Heat. The Heat have missed a few free throws up to this point, shooting 4 of 7 from the foul line tonight.
And team stats last season, 74% shooting, so some numbers that they can definitely improve upon.
Grant kicks to Valentine. Lopez passes to Valentine. Grant gets a wide open look. Another 3 for Chicago.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Back to Johnson. Heat moving the ball around. Bosh dishes to Johnson. Again, the miss by the Heat.
I am wondering what can he do to get it cranked up. Nothing from long range this quarter after hitting 1 in the first.
Inside 2 minutes.
High post Lopez. They set the pick. Down low. Got a piece of it. That shot misses. Some solid defense from Bosh.
And Lopez doing whatever he can to get himself to the line.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
And a year ago, he was an 80% shooter at the line, so that's more than acceptable. And it's been an outstanding game for them at the free throw line, not missing their chances when they get them.
He's always one step ahead of the game. Passes like that show off his court vision.
The Bulls leading by 7. Grant kicks to Valentine. Pass to McDermott. Lopez left side. Lopez a screen. 6 to shoot. Here's McDermott. And what a breakout year it was for Doug McDermott in 2016. He saw a lot more time on the floor, and he earned it with better production, Steve, in every facet of his game.
Yeah, I think the breakout year for him is on the defensive end. And also the game as a youngster, it's hard to come into a team that good. But I think for Doug McDermott, being able to shoot the basketball, but also being able to defend is the reason why he's got more time, and that's why he looks better.
The free throw drops for McDermott.
Doug McBuckets, we call him, has established himself as a knockdown shooter in this league.
Butler, he's checked in for Chicago. And McDermott drops them both.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
And here is Johnson. Johnson the screen. Johnson kicks to Bosh. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
For Miami, they have made 5 of 8 of their free throw attempts.
2.
And the first one drops. so he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Richardson kicks to Johnson. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
That's his first personal foul. Penalty situation.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. There's 53 seconds left in the first half. Grant kicks to Butler. Grant outside. Dishes it to McDermott. Johnson against Grant. From deep. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. The Heat trail by 5. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Left side, Bosch. Fader on the way. They get it back. Williams. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
He's a great offensive rebounder, and he showed it.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
And taking a look back at last year's numbers, he's about a 76% shooter.
Grant with the ball. He's got 12. Here's Butler, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
That is a skill, being able to...
And the first half comes.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And Chicago came ready to play. They were able to stretch out their lead to 8 points on the heels of a few stops and some quality offensive possessions. They kept up enough momentum to close out the first quarter with a 6-point. That'll do.
We welcome you back to Miami in the American Airlines Arena on the shores of Biscayne Bay. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out away here in the third. You look at Chris Bosh in this game. I mean, he's been everywhere.
He was just like a jitterbug out there. I mean, disrupting passes, getting his hands on a lot of balls, forcing turnovers and steals. Just a solid job all the way around.
Like to watch him play like that. Makes the game so much more interesting.
I love to watch active defenders like him who never make anything easy for the opposition. He embodies great D.
A lot of length up front with Bosh and Whiteside in the middle. Dion Waiters is out there with Dragic, and it's Winslow in at the 3 spot. So that's who Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with. Bulls making a switch here. Gibson's checked in. Waiters passes to Bosh. Bosh heads the pick for Dragic. Here's Whiteside. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2. Whiteside's got 13. Now Rondo. Lopez outside. Clock at 6. Pass to Butler. It's deflected. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Dragic dishes to Bosh. Back to Dragic. From past the arc. Dragic with another miss.
You want to talk about ugly? This team is losing, partly because he hasn't drained a shot all night.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, it was controversial in Chicago, but the Bulls hired Fred Hoiberg to replace Tom Thibodeau. Hoiberg played for a decade in the NBA, and at Iowa State, he was the fastest coach in school history to reach 100 wins. In Chicago, guys, it seems he's loosened the reins a bit, giving the players a little more leeway to shoot with confidence and air it out offensively.
The players have responded. Thanks, David. And he can't get the first one.
Taj Gibson's one of those players that's just Always in the right place at the right time. Never plays outside himself on either end. He just gives you effort every time out.
Johnson, he's checked in for Whiteside. Here's Waiters. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And with Gibson, you like that he can play as a starter or come off the bench. He's effective in both. He's comfortable in either role, as he's done both, Steve, for extended periods of time.
Because his mindset, whether starting or coming off the bench, is to play with energy, effort, and to defend. So any role, starter or off the bench, he thrives.
Free throw, good. Waiters. And he makes both free throws. The Bulls leading by 4. And here's Rondo. 8 points for him. Now here's Butler. It's good. Butler's got 5 points in the quarter.
There's only so much you can do against Butler down there in the paint because he's a fantastic athlete in the paint.
Raiders on the wing. From the baseline. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And it's 7 points for Johnson.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Rondo kicks to Lopez. There's the dish to Wade. 5 to shoot. Stolen by Bosch. And now here's Dragic, the fast break chance. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Now just a 2-point Chicago lead.
That's just terrific ball movement to get his teammate a wide open shot.
Rondo passes to Butler. Lopez dishes to Butler. Gibson the screen. Back to Lopez. Pocket 6. Really left alone that time. Lopez has got 14.
Every so often, Robin Lopez will find his groove and become a big factor on offense like tonight.
Dragic kicks to Waiters. The tray. No good on the shot.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
And it's Rondo in the corner. Back to Wade. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That's on Goran Dragic.
And you look over the career of Dwayne Wade. He was initially a slasher, but he's improved his shot and pull-up jumper immensely, and even has become a threat from deep if you give him space.
And that one falls for Wade. Thinking again about how Wade's skills have evolved over the years, his offensive game has grown immensely since his rookie season.
And it's why he will go down as one of the all-time greats. His work ethic in improving his game. Fantastic post-up player as a guard. Wade's ability to score in any fashion is what makes him one of the great closers in our game.
Bosch with the bucket. The Bulls leading by 4. And here's Rondo. He's got 8. Lopez outside. Here's Butler. A second chance effort. And another shot. And it's Lopez laying it in. 16 points for him.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Dragic kicks to Waiters. A floater. No good there. Great D that time from Gibson.
He just looks uncomfortable offensively, really over the course of the whole game, and is killing his team.
Here's Rondo. Bosch grabs the miss. Bosch has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Johnson, that's for 2. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. It's on Rajon Rondo.
2 shots, gentlemen.
The Heat have made 10 of their 14 tries at the free throw line in the game.
2.
And that one misses. Wayne Ellington's checked in for Chris Bosh. And a change for the Bulls. Tony Snell's checked in for Robin Lopez. He doesn't get the second one.
Tony Snell, the New Mexico product, what you love about him is his length on the wing. His height at 6'7" gives him the advantage to be able to guard quicker guys, and he also can play guys at the 2 or the 3.
Rondo dishes to Butler. Miami grabs the miss.
See, when you're going into the teeth of the defense, you have to go harder. Soft lay-in won't cut it.
Ellington, bucket is good. The length, Steve, of Snell has, got that advantage on the wing. It does make him a very unique player, very smooth. And his shot, as we see, and he can cover a lot of ground.
Yes, I mean, that's the new trend around the league. Find some guys at the wing position with a lot of length. They can guard multiple guys, and then on the offensive end, you said it best, makes it look smooth because of his elevation over smaller defenders.
Chris Bosh is checked in for Miami. Rondo kicks to Butler. 6 on the shot clock. Accurate with a jumper from the elbow. Butler's got 7 points here in this quarter.
A beautiful stroke from Butler. He has great touch from there.
Bosh, the screen. Dragic with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Chicago leading by 3. Outside Gibson. Kicks it to Wade. And he makes good on the layup. Wade's got 10 points.
If you let Wade get the ball that deep, there really isn't anything you can do.
The feed to Bosh. They set the screen. He kicks to Dragic. Bosh, the screen. Dragic with a wide open look. And it's Miami with another. And it's the Bulls with the ball. They've led by as much as 10. Outside Rondo. He feeds it to Butler. Just 5 on the clock. From deep three-point range. But look out, and then you throw up stuff like that. And you go, oh my, how does it even go in? He pulls a Houdini.
Oh my goodness, better to be lucky than good, I guess.
Yeah.
Gotta love it.
Right.
Gotta love it.
Bosh passes to Winslow. Feeds to Ellington. Lets it go from 11. Oh, good on that one. Some solid defense from Butler. Snell from outside. He doesn't hit that one. And the Heat going the other way now. Dragic kicks to Winslow. Back to Dragic. Passes to Winslow. Over to the wing. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
2 shots, gentlemen. 2.
Chris Bosh. 2.
And he makes the first. And some changes here for the Heat. Williams, he's checked in for Justice Winslow. Josh Richardson comes in for Waiters. And it's Johnson in for Goran Dragic. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Mirotic is checked in for Gibson. Doug McDermott comes in for Tony Snell. Valentine's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Grant in for Rajon Rondo. Mirotic the screen. Grant dishes to Butler. Goes up to the stripe.
When you think of the best as far as two-way players, Jimmy Butler is one of the first names that comes to mind. Great blend of offense and defense. Gives you effort on both sides of the ball every night.
At the line for
And for Jimmy Butler, for a player with his skill set, he sure heard his name floated around a lot in the rumor mill, Steve. Interesting to see a team want to trade someone with his talent.
Yeah, you do, because of some of the disagreements he's had with his coaching staff. But, you know, bottom line, Jimmy Butler is an all-star, a guy that's one of the best two-way players in his game. You're not going to trade him for just nothing, so I don't see him going anywhere.
And the Heat making a change here. Whiteside's checked in, and so Butler nails both of them.
You see why Jimmy Butler is so respected, a bona fide talent who continues to add different wrinkles to his game.
Good ball movement here by Miami. Here's Ellington. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
The Heat trail by 7. Bosch passes to Johnson. He dishes it to Richardson. Bosch kicks to Whiteside. The pass to Ellington. Valentine grabs the board. Chicago's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And Mirotic kicks to Grant. Here's McDermott. Bosch with some nice D.
That was a huge face-off at the rim. Two great competitors. Defense took it.
Johnson outside. Pass to Bosch. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. He's made only 2 free throws, not shooting well from the line.
And 79% from the line a season ago. Pretty consistent there as a free throw shooter.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
And maybe he's starting to find his form at the line. He certainly had his share of chances.
And so Bosch nails both of them.
And he's starting to round back into shape after what's been a pretty off night from the line.
Outside Butler. McDermott with it. He's up against Bosch. Shot clock at 5. Takes the 3. Miami grabs the miss. Bosch has got 5 rebounds tonight. Johnson kicks to Bosch. Johnson the screen. Bosch dishes to Richardson. Good, and it's Bosch picking up the assist. Chicago leading. Grant the pass to Valentine. Now here's McDermott. He's covered by Bosch. Outside Butler. Puts it up. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Bulls lead by 4.
Mirotic is a hustler out there. He takes pride in staying active on the glass.
Johnson outside. From about 16, Bosch can't get it to go.
He had all the room he needed to get the shot off. Just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
That's good from Mirotic on the assist by McDermott. And it's a 6-point Bulls lead.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Johnson kicks to Bosch. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play. Chicago making a switch here. Lopez is checked in. And that one falls for Bosch. 1:02 left in the third. Dishes it to Valentine. Pass to McDermott. Lopez sets a screen for McDermott. The shot by Valentine, no good.
No defensive pressure. That's a 3-point attempt. He loved to have that.
Whiteside, and it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line. And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight.
One shot.
And it's tied up with that one. Here's Grant. He's got 12. The dish to McDermott. At the top of the key, Lopez. Mirotic, the screen. Valentine passes to Grant. Just 5 to shoot. Takes the 13-footer. Some solid defense from Johnson.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Right side a screen. Johnson dishes to Ellington for the lead. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Oh, man, that's a monster shot to close out.
Let's listen in on what Erik Spoelstra had to say to his team.
Everybody be patient, be on the same page. This game is ours.
And you hear Erik Spoelstra, instead of pumping his guys up, looking to settle them down just a little bit right now.
A great point, Kevin. It's important that no one individual takes it completely upon himself. Sometimes it's guys just trying to self-will it. You got to trust each other out there, and that's what Coach wants to see.
We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. Mirotic at the power forward with Lopez in the middle. Rajon Rondo is out there with Dwayne Wade. And it's Valentine in at the small forward position.
Hassan Whiteside. 2.
Free throw, good, Whiteside. And so he hits both.
And really making the most of his opportunities there tonight. Hasn't been the struggle we sometimes see him go through.
Rondo kicks to Wade. Mirotic passes to Wade. Lopez sets a screen for Wade. The feed now to Lopez. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
And you're going to have to foul Robin Lopez harder than that. He's just too strong.
Taj Gibson's checked in for Valentine. And a lot of players who play like Wade will have brief careers due to the stress it puts on their body. You know, Greg, Wade has had his share of injuries in his time in the NBA, but he is still putting up big numbers despite all the bumps and bruises.
That's a great point. Undersized guards take a beating when they are attacking the basket. Wade has missed a lot of games, but he's been healthy when it matters most. He's also done a good job to adjust his game to be a danger when he's not barreling through the lane. And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Outside Rondo. Kicks it out to Gibson. Shoots. And it's Dragic with the rebound. Dragic has got 3 rebounds now in this one. To the inside. It's stolen by Rondo. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Rondo's running for the finish.
Yes. And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
No doubt that could be a gigantic swing in momentum given how that sequence developed.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. Whiteside, no good.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
And that kind of Terrier defense is crucial to any team's success. Gotta defend the paint.
Mirotic gets the bucket.
Mirotic is not phased at all. Doesn't matter what you're throwing his way, he's going to top it.
Kicks it to Waiters. Looking for Winslow. He gets it there. He can't get it to go. Great D that time from Gibson. Feeds it to Mirotic. Back to Rondo. It's stolen by Dragic. Johnson dishes to Waiters. And Mirotic sends it back. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here, and we're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And that one's good by Lopez.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Winslow is screen on Mirotic. Here's Waiters. A picture-perfect screen play, and the jumper's good.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Some players have a hard time when they're giving up so many inches, but he doesn't.
And Gibson kicks to Lopez. And the dunk by Lopez.
When Lopez gets in that close, it's tough to stop him from slamming it home.
Gets the pass to Johnson. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. No good from Dragic.
How anyone could give him that much room from his spot is crazy, but the defender got away with it.
And the shot goes in. 12 points for Wade.
It's as if the defenses have just given up.
I don't think the defense have given up. I just think it's too much offensive firepower to hold in check.
Here's Whiteside. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
Hassan Whiteside. 2.
Two shots.
Free throw, good, Whiteside. The Heat making a switch here. Bosch is checked in. And the Bulls making a change here as well. Butler's checked in. Both good from the line that time.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Gibson the screen. Butler against Winslow. There's the triple. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Here's Waiters. Whiteside, and Whiteside stays right with it. Whiteside's got 11 in the second half.
He did a stellar job throwing his body into the mix and coming up with the easy tip in.
Back to Butler. Gibson the screen. And it's Wade in the corner. 5 on the clock. Off target from outside. Miami trailing. Waiters dishes to Winslow. He kicks to Dragic. Sinks the three-pointer.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Bulls have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. Wade kicks to Butler. And they get it. And the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
This could be a problem. That's his 4th foul with plenty of basketball left to play.
The Heat have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Bosch against Gibson. Bosch kicks to Waiters. Inside, and it's slammed in by Whiteside.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Rondo passes to Butler. He feeds it to Lopez. Gibson with the screen on Winslow. Butler dishes to Gibson. Oh, and he parks it off the glass. Wow. For Miami, they've gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Dragic kicks to Whiteside. Passes it to Waiters. They set the screen. Back to Whiteside. Shot clock at 6. Well, shot off that time, so the Bulls will take it the other way. Butler kicks to Rondo. Lopez outside. He dishes it to Butler. Miami grabs the miss. Bosh has got 6 rebounds in the game. Waiters passes to Dragic. Back to Waiters. Wants to get it back to Whiteside and does.
An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
And they didn't shoot it very well from the line in the first half, but they've gotten much better since halftime, and it's helped them to secure the lead.
Now Rondo. Lopez outside. Wade right side. Stolen by Waiters. Bosh dishes to Whiteside. And the basket is good.
He got the ball where he wanted and attacked the smaller defender. Completely overpowered him.
Bulls trail by 8. Here is Rondo. Gibson a screen. Winslow against Butler. 5 to shoot. Lopez. Miami grabs the miss. Winslow kicks to Dragic. Left side Bosh. Now the pass to Waiters. Good. It's Bosh picking up the assist. Bosh has got his 4th assist in this one.
You know they like to get a lot of shot opportunities from in that close.
Chicago calls timeout.
And they're picking up a lot of fouls already in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet and maintaining a good defensive position.
We've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I was able to listen in to what Fred Hoiberg told his team. He does not like the high foul number in this game. He told them, you've got to stop biting on the shot fake. Stop gambling for steals. That's giving them easy points at the line. We'll see how they respond.
Here's Butler. And again, no good by Chicago.
That was a half-hearted pick. And he was just going through the motions on that possession, and now it ends up costing him. And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
Goran Dragic.
2 shots.
First one falls for him.
And right now at about 85% from the line, that's up from where it was in that first half.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Rondo kicks to Butler. Bulls moving the ball around. Lopez a screen. Butler passes to Lopez. And nothing is falling for him right now. The Heat leading by 11. Bosch dishes to Dragic. Bosch kicks to Whiteside. Puts it up from 15. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got rebound number 13 with that last one. Now here's Rondo. Lopez outside. Pass to Wade. Back to Lopez. And that one drops for him. Lopez has got it back down to single digits for Chicago.
Nice read by Dwayne Wade. Beautiful.
Outside Dragic. Looking for Waiters and gets it there. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot two. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. Valentine's checked in for Chicago. And he can't get the first one. He hits the second from the line.
It's interesting. No free throw attempts for him in the first half. He's finally pushing the action and reaping the reward.
Shot is good, and the Heat's lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Lopez.
He has flat out dominated this quarter, hitting shots at will, yet they still find themselves behind.
Dragic against Rondo. It's Bosch, that time on the assist by Dragic. And now it's 27 points for Chris Bosch.
And that's exactly how they've gotten the lead right here. Easily, he's been their most consistent performer.
He has buried every good look today, and I think down the stretch, he'll be huge as well.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
You know, that job of getting through screen is not pretty, but somebody has to do it.
Right side of screen. Bosch, he's open. And another basket for Miami.
Tough screen set there, and the defense was not prepared for it.
Bulls trail by 10. Outside Butler. Back to Rondo. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. No good on that one.
You know, Rondo takes great pleasure at slicing and dicing up the defense. One of the best passers in the game.
Winslow wide open. He fires. Basket is good. The assist from Bosch. 8 points for Justice Winslow. Outside Butler. Here's the screen. Rondo against Dragic. Here's Gibson. And that one goes long.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you can see the frustration on his face.
Outside Dragic. Pass to Winslow. From outside, off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Outside Gibson. Butler in the corner. Inside. The turnaround jumper, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Right side, and so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. Willie Reed, he's checked in for the Heat. First free throw is good, and that brings them to within 10.
And for a center, Robin Lopez is definitely one of the better free throw shooters in the league.
And here's Dragic. Back to Bosch. There's the screen. Waiters up top. 6 on the shot clock. Good, and it's Bosch picking up the assist. Waiters got the lead up to 11 now for the Heat.
The fans are just loving what's going on here tonight. A really good win for the home team.
And you like to have these type of wins every now and then. Just a comfortable win.
And guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
Reed a screen. Here's Dragic from outside. It's all in by the Bulls. Outside Gibson from downtown. And so it's Miami winning this one. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Lauren, congrats on the
2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson. Chris Bosh.
Man, he took his game to another level tonight. He wasn't hanging in the background. He was their alpha dog. And he got the crowd going wild.
He was just having a ball out there, making big plays up and down the court. It didn't matter who or what defensive scheme was on him. He just took the challenge and gave you the full arsenal tonight.
And that's it for tonight.